Hello, my little gravy Timothy's, and welcome back to some more Hearts of Iron 4 and the brand new DLC, Götterdämmerung. And guess what? We're back for another very special little challenge in the brand new DLC. So with the new DLC, there is a whole bunch of new tech. A lot of it is very good, and a lot of it isn't so good. And as usual on this channel, we do a lot of challenges where we only use a specific type of equipment, like tanks only, planes only, special projects only. Now, when I say special projects only, I mean it. That pretty much means, though, that we won't have an army the entire game. Yeah, also I've decided, by the way, we're like 190k away from 1 million subscribers on this channel now. So what you guys should all do is hit the subscribe button right now. Go click that link down below, and 1 million subscribers will bring the rat back. There you go, that ought to keep you busy for like 4 years, I imagine. Now, we have a lot of special projects that we could probably do a lot of damage with across the world. A lot of them, though, we won't be able to do too much with, specifically trying to make a division out of what we've got here, which is going to be nigh impossible. So I think we're going to have to focus a majority of our effort probably on these first 3 tabs. With our brand new air stuff we can get here, we could probably do a lot of damage, especially when it comes to raids. Our submarines, of course, will probably keep the Japanese at bay, but I also want to go ahead and give a few goes to something that I haven't looked at. So I guess we will go ahead, get started, and whack down our facilities and get them built immediately. Because I do actually want to build a navy as well. It's going to be very difficult for us to do so because obviously we only have battleships, torpedo cruisers, and submarines and carriers in here. No such thing as a destroyer, apparently. You know, I could like break the rules a little bit here and be like, you know what, we'll let ourselves use destroyers, but no, not today. Although I will allow myself to get some naval experience by training the original fleet. Yeah, I'll get to work immediately on the cruiser submarines just so that we can get something out to keep the Japanese away from us as long as we can. If we could just convoy raid them into the ground, that'll be great. Not really going to solve the issues of actually landing in them because we won't have an army, but still pretty useful. You know what? I'm also going to get the battery on the cruiser submarines. It does give us more visibility, but you can get it down so low anyway now that I'm not too worried about it. Plus, you know, sticking a little gun on a submarine sounds ridiculous, and it is ridiculous, so we're gonna do it. Oh, I have become Lerot, destroyer of brain cells. Okay, I reckon other than the submarines, which we are currently going for, we should probably also rush down for the intercontinental bombers, because these take the longest, and the mothership aircrafts, which will give us some fighters and also some bombers, so we can actually do something. Oh, I definitely need to do the refuge to scientists things as well. I just realized that gives us 2% to special projects, both of them. So that's 4% extra right there. Very nice. Yeah, I think I might save the Manhattan project as well until either the first nuke tech or save it for thermonuclears. I'm not too sure just yet, but we're not doing it right now. Yeah, we definitely got plans for those nukes, I'll tell you. Okay, got our brand new cruiser submarines ready to go. Even got the anechoic tiles on them too. Our second brand new research from our special little projects. I don't know if I want to go straight for fleet submarines or wait and get air independent propulsion, but considering I've got the point already, might as well just start going along with the fleet subs. And yeah, even without the fuel, these things have pretty damn good range, and obviously we get even more from being able to base over in the Philippines. Hey, look at that. We also get a breakthrough progress by doing our fleet submarines, so that's 25% straight away into the bank of our fleet submarines that we are also researching here. Yeah, nothing else I can really do right now. We could get helicopters, but I don't really see much use for them at the moment. So I think we're just going to keep stacking up our air points anyway, because there is a lot coming up that we obviously need to do. There we go. So we got the improved large airframe, which means we can now do the mothership and also our intercontinental bomber, which is going to take us a very, very long time. The mothership, at least, we can get out in 474 days, so that shouldn't be too bad. I think we're pretty much ready for Japan, at least. We've got all our submarines. We've also got our fleet submarines that are already built and ready to hopefully disrupt them enough that they can't really do anything. We don't have anything, though, to deal with the Germans. We've also finally given Oppenheimer something to do, and it's called nuclear research. Yeah, not too sure if you've heard of that one before. Okay, we've got the mothership unlocked, which is going to be the first bit of equipment we can actually produce with our factories we can use. Yeah, look at that bad boy right there. It's hopefully going to do something. Incredibly expensive, though. That is the one issue we currently have with them. We've also got torpedo cruisers research and super heavy battleships as well, so we're going to start churning those out. I say churning, they're very expensive. We're going to get to work on getting those out, and hopefully at some point we might have a fleet. How useful it's going to be with just torpedo cruisers and battleships so far, though, I ain't too sure. Okay, yeah, the motherships are absolutely insane. The only, I guess, bad thing about them is you obviously have a huge price to pay to actually build them, and then also, you know, you only get like 10 stacks of them, but that doesn't matter if you're going to have loads at the end, but we definitely have good reach with them. I'm also saving up my breakthrough on my air as well, because I think we should probably get the ballistic missiles as soon as we can. Those and jet engines are going to be very important, but obviously jet engines going to take a little bit longer. Yeah, we get ballistic missiles and then obviously nuclear warheads on them. We'll probably be able to get quite a lot done, but just the ballistic missiles in general are going to work really well. Okay, you know, I was tempted to get the midget submarines, but I don't really see the point of them at all, but I think we will go for the ice aircraft carrier. I mean, technically, I shouldn't even be able to put planes on this, but we're going to get it for the meme, I guess. Oh, issue though, Japan is actually doing very well in China as being very, very competent, which doesn't strike me with, you know, a lot of hope for what I need to deal with. Just you wait until I figure out how to drop the sun on people here. Okay, next tech up, we're going to go ahead and do the Manhattan project. Going to take us 585 days, so in 2 years, roundabouts, we should be able to start dropping some surprises around. Japan has finally come in, and we really got to hope these submarines keep them busy, because if we lose the Philippines, we're never getting it back unless the AI naval invades it for us. Yeah, I reckon with our motherships as well, we should probably just go around and try and take their air out where we can. We'll throw it over here for now and see the damage we do. We do tons of damage, because obviously these things are way better than planes. Okay, and the submarines are going ham already as well. All those convoys need to go to the bottom of the ocean. We could deny Japan all of their supply onto the mainland. That should pretty much just get them stuck on their island, and we won't have to worry about it. And they don't have a lot of convoys anyway, 500 max, and as you can see, I'm taking whatever's out at sea down. Yeah, they do have supremacy though, so if we if we don't get them while they're landing and the Philippines can't handle it, it is GG. My mothership should appear out of the void and destroy everything. Forgot as well, we can actually do this tech right here and upgrade the motherships even more so they can become even better. Literally, I've just destroyed all those Japanese convoys. Are already down to 103 maximum. Oh, below 100 now. Yeah, there's nothing really left for the Japanese convoys. There you go. We've also been invited to the Allies. Don't think we're going to be able to do too much over there, though. I'll be real with you. At least not yet. We could go ahead and do a bit of sub-raiding, but that's about it. I think it's safe to say we've done a lot of damage to Japan. Are keeping the air clear for China as much as we can, just so that I hope they survive even just a little bit longer, because Japan will start collapsing after their supplies gone. You know, they are also fighting the Allies, who, even their sheer incompetence, surely might be able to pull something off. Our ballistic missiles, now we're going straight into medium-range ballistic missiles, and I'll start building some of those and lobbing them into Japan. Actually, no, we really can't, because we don't have too many places to whack down a rocket site. In fact, I think they've taken the one place we could have done it. I don't know if we're going to get range from anywhere at all here. I mean, what we could do is we could annex the Philippines, but then we do take the risk of obviously not being able to defend them anymore, because the Philippine troops won't be there. You know, what we could do, I could maybe project enough supremacy in the seas if I get these super heavy battleships out and the rest of the Navy going, which it ain't looking too great right now, but if the battleships come out, we could be good. So there's literally no reason for us not to join in against the Germans as well. At least our submarines can hopefully do a bit of damage. Actually, you know what? In 400 odd days, I won't need a rocket site anyway, because I can just launch them from my submarines. Good news, everyone, by the way. We've just invented something very large and very in charge. Literally can't do anything with it, though, at the moment, because I don't have my intercontinental bombers yet. They are still researching. They're almost done, 97 days, but then I can start dropping the bombs. Now, one thing I could do that could be pretty helpful for my allies is a super heavy railway cannon. Okay, we're also going straight in for the thermonuclears as well right now with Mr. Oppenheimer, and we've also still got another breakthrough from our Manhattan project, which we have as well, and I will use that for the civilian nuclear reactors, or I think actually it might make more sense for us to use it on the nuclear warheads, actually. To do that, yeah, we just need our medium-range ballistic missiles, and I'm assuming it only takes like 2 anyway. We've got 1 already, so we should be good. I just might go ahead and put down another facility, though, just so we can get them both going around the same time. Okay, well, I wanted to put down a secret nuclear research facility. Where would I put it that nobody would look? There you go. South Dakota. That 100% ain't a real place. I mean, the motherships are doing a really good job, actually, because there is green air all over China now. Obviously, China ain't moved a damn inch back, which that's great. And the allies, well, they've moved 1 tile and they're still starving over here in the jungle. I mean, it's great as well, because like Hong Kong, there's nothing on that border right there, but they ain't going in to go help. They literally have military access through China as well, so I guess, you know, they're just hanging about, you know, having a fun time over there in Asia. Don't want to wrap it up too soon, you know, when you're having so much fun. Okay, as soon as we get this other super heavy battleship out as well, we're going to go test the Navy out. I don't have high hopes for this in the slightest, but we're going to give it a go. Okay, intercontinental bombers unlocked. That is going to be pretty damn important for us. See, the worst thing about these bombers is honestly the fact we can't even put one of our MIOs on them. They are really good-ish. I mean, the best part about the intercontinental ones is obviously the range, and we're going to need that range for certain. I got no idea who you are, Carol Clayton, but get to work on giving me nuclear warheads, please. I mean, we still have 1 breakthrough left as well, so I'm going to put down another facility and also get the civilian nuclear reactors too, just to beef up our states even more. Okay, we got a 76% chance of this thing working. Let's go ahead and give it a go. I'm hitting that big red button. Go get them, intercontinental bomber. Okay, if we succeed, you're gonna definitely know about it. Hey, first successful launch of our nukes. Yeah, I guess we're just gonna launch all of them now on every state, just so they get that little modifier there, and we'll really then get a bit of damage going on the Japanese. I don't know if the AI is gonna be able to like do anything against them or take advantage of this. I'm gonna say no, just by knowing the stupid AI. Second one launched. Japan can surrender if you actually drop a couple nukes on them from this decision, but it doesn't look like it ever works. I've never seen it, at least in the longest time, ever do anything, but you know, I'm gonna keep dropping them. So if you change your mind, just let me know. I guess if we really wanted to do even more damage to Japan here, we could also start dropping them on the front lines, because this modifier should hurt their army, but at the same time, it's also going to hurt the Chinese army moving into those provinces, which I don't think we really want to do, at least not yet. Just got a little ribbon there for failing a raid while having 80% chance of success. Well done. What happened to my nuke? Okay, here's where the fun begins. We have unlocked our thermonuclear bombs, and they're going to do substantially a lot more damage. I guess it's time to test this stupid Navy as well. We got the super heavy battleships, the torpedo cruisers. What could go wrong? Now, I am still working on Project Habakkuk as well, which is the ice carrier, but that is taking very long time. We've still got 2 years left before we can even think about putting that thing into production. Hey, Navy has engaged. Nothing crazy. We did wipe their screens completely then, which does actually strike me with a bit of hope that this thing could work. Oh, didn't fail that one. Jesus, it ain't looking too good over there for the Germans. Soviets are actually doing the clap back of the century. Really good, actually, because I have just gone ahead. I've started producing our brand new fleet submarines that are now equipped with missile capabilities. Okay, I also got a super heavy railway cannon as well, so I guess I'll just go whack that wherever my allies are, which looks like it's the Netherlands. We're gonna go ahead and prank the Soviets here just a little bit. I gotta go ahead and test out my new thermonuclear bomb, and I don't want to do it on my allies' front line, so... Alright, we only got a 75% chance of this thing working, though, so I am a little bit skeptical on the chances. Nope, there you go. There goes Germany. And also just everywhere around Germany. But, you know, I guess if I drop a nuke in, like, an enemy's occupied land, though, does that also... Yeah, it gives it to the whole state. So I think I just nuked Soviet troops. Wait, did they just get encircled? Uh-oh. Okay, that might be my bad, Mr. Mustache Boy. I just checked the Soviets. So I sent them an attaché, and... I definitely just nuked a whole bunch of their troops. That is most certainly my bad. But anyway, I guess we'll go ahead and drop one on Japan somewhere too now. This state is absolutely huge. You know, I've just thought about it. If you can drop one on a state that's big, that is probably a lot of units you could do damage to. That was the only land unit I even have, the railway cannon, the super heavy railway cannon, I may add, and it is already blasting away, helping our allies out, hopefully. We'll throw one of these bad boys on the front lines in China, and there are going to be a few collateral damages, but it's for the greater good. Actually, you know what? Before Paris gets liberated as well, I got an idea. We only got a 75% chance of actually getting this. I'm going to risk it anyway, just for that biscuit, and see if, yeah, you go. Goodbye, Paris. I just realized how good the motherships are as well. Now that we've brought them over to Europe, we're actually engaging. Yeah, they're doing the work. Yeah, look at them go. Look at that little bad boy right there. I mean, that looks absolutely jank as hell. There is the mothership. But yeah, I forgot as well, we've got our little nuclear, well, not nuclear. They can't become nuclear if we get the upgrade for them, but we have our missile submarines that we can now go launch some ballistics into Europe. Yeah, I forgot we've got medium-range ballistic missiles, so we don't even have to get that close. I think we can just go over here, hang out in the North Sea, and just start lobbing them into Germany. Yeah, I mean, you can do everything you really want to do. I don't know what would be even worth aiming for at this point. I guess we'll just go for all their factories, stuff like that, and their logistics, and I don't know, just throw them in. Oh, is there actually like a little animation of them popping out or not, or do they just not go? Where? Okay, they're already going. Oh, there you go. Way! Oh, well, they've actually just had a little baby there and merged into 2 ballistic missiles. If you remember how rockets used to work back in the day, it's still the same when you actually get them into a facility or a submarine in this case. So we do now, though, have to actually build them. Yeah, a real funny thing is, though, they can just resupply them out at sea. I don't even have underway replenishment, so they just randomly just get back on the submarines. I guess they do, in fact, make baby ballistic missiles over there. Hey, look at that as well. They actually do, like, a considerable amount of shrap bomber damage. You know, like, a good significant amount. Like, too much I could do to help here other than our railway cannon and the endless ballistic missiles just piling into Germany, but I can still be annoying by dropping thermonuclear bombs. Yeah, actually, I don't think annoying's really the right word there. I think the term devastating might be more fitting. The big limiting factor to these missiles I'm lobbing into Germany is the fact I take a little bit to actually produce them. And there goes Vienna. I had a 95% chance of that succeeding. How the hell did I fail? Okay, round 2. Do we get... I say get lucky. I had a 95% chance, so on the first time, I just got unlucky. I just realized as well, Greater Hungary has a very stripy flag. Hey, I haven't done this yet, but I'm going to do a raid on a Japanese dam over here and see what damage that'll do. As if we're successful, that is. Although we were pretty high chance right there. And the dams receive 1 level of damage. The dams get 70% repair speed, fully repaired at dam below. Local manpower, 50%. That's actually pretty harsh. Strategic redeployment disabled as well. Okay, that actually does hurt quite a bit. Since Europe looks pretty much dealt with at this point, I am just gonna... Oh, I didn't realize we're funding the Soviets. We'll deal with that in a bit, though. I'm gonna go ahead and go back to trolling Japan a little bit. And we have brought the submarines over too now. They are just having a field day in Japan. And we're going for the triple strike on Japan right now. We're gonna see if we get all of them off, although I wouldn't be surprised if we fail maybe one of them, because we only got an 82% chance on a couple. There is one failure, one hit, and another hit. UK actually went ahead and naval invaded over here, so I'm going to ask for that province and then whack down my rocket sites here. I'm just going to have to delete some stuff. Yeah, Germans have capitulated. I don't really have any points, so I don't think we're going to bother doing anything here. Actually, you know what? I'll try and get something, because if we stay with the Soviets here, I'm going to need a rocket site for my little base over in Europe, Albania. I think at this point, they're really not answering my messages. We do have our medium-range ballistic nuclear missile capabilities now, though, and these things actually don't take as long to plan and get set up, so we can fire even more now, even quicker. Okay, I just saw the AI doing a naval invasion over here in Japan, and what exactly is going on right here, Japan? You know, I actually have something just for this that, you know, just in case you thought things can get chaotic enough. Okay, well, they did not move, which means goodbye. Still haven't moved. I'm assuming the AI is a little bit balked because of having no convoys and stuff. Maybe it was trying to get them off. Oh yeah, I sent another one, by the way. Yeah, maybe because they've got no convoys, they're trying to like go reinforce China, but they just can't get off because they have, I'm assuming, not a single convoy. Joined in on the Soviet front because, well, I was setting up a little surprise for them for when I finally go ahead and click this button that says accept. Yeah, I don't know if all of these are gonna land, but we are certainly about to find out. They all hit, every single one of them. Yeah, we've truly entered a new era for Hoi 4. Now, 52 thermonuclear weapons dropped on Japan later, and it looks like my allies are finally getting the hint. There you go, isn't that absolutely beautiful? Good thing about this absolutely ridiculous build we've got going on is I never have to worry about airport capacity, as my planes could just hang out all the way down here in France and still project all the way to Russia. And with these brand new intercontinental ballistic missiles, don't have to worry about range too much on these either. Oh yeah, I think we should also finally be done with that stupid ice carrier. Yep, it is there. USS Yorktown, the ice carrier, the absolute one of the designs of aircraft carriers of all time. I mean, I don't even have planes to put on this. I could technically get some, I think, whenever I get the experimental research for supersonic jets, because then I could think I could maybe make one. I'm not too sure. I can't remember, but until then, the floating ice cube is of no use to me. I mean, I think in the Navy in general is completely useless at this point as well. We don't have to really worry about the Russians. And while Japan does have their Navy still, they never even brought their other one out when they were just normal Japan. So yeah. Wow, look at that design there for the Rat, the land cruiser that I finally got. I mean, there's no real point of me even building one of these because I can't put them in a unit, but it is an interesting model to say the least. I definitely feel like that's one of the things that is very limited in this DLC. I'm sure they might come back and add more at some point, but there's just like no land special projects, so I'm pretty much done. Everything I need, I've already completed ages ago. And everything left, I most certainly don't need. I mean, heck, even in a normal game, I wouldn't need the majority of this. I think the worst contender has to be the super heavy howitzer, because whilst it does give you good stats, the fact you can only produce 5 of them at a time means you can't really just put them in all your army. You kind of have to have them specifically just for a certain amount of units, because I learned very quickly, if you just whack a whole bunch of lions down, you put them in your army, guess what? You're gonna lose the majority of them just from supply, and then they disappear very quickly. Okay, so what's coming up next for Russia, I do believe, is what's called the end of the world. I reckon what you should probably do is invest in some sort of nuclear bunker maybe figure out how cockroaches survived that whole thing. And I don't know, if your skin melts off, just get some super glue, stick it back on. Oh my god, there's so many of them. Okay, simply because we have done no land warfare this entire game, and I've just obviously gotten the land cruiser, we're going to go ahead and make some divisions. Now, because the land cruiser cannot be put in a actual unit, I've just made some Marines, and as you can tell from their soft attack, well, a lot of that is just the land cruiser. But hey, they're pretty good. And we're going to go ahead and send them over to Europe. Okay, they're looking pretty good on the map, if I do say. Hey, fellows, the rats have landed. Just realized all the way over here in the AA branch, if we do variable time fuse shells, we just get 20% soft attack on our line artillery and another 10% on our support artillery. Well, why is that over here hidden away? Oh, I say it's hidden away. I just never thought to actually look at it because it's under the AA shock hardening techniques. I was like, why would I have to look at... Well, I should look over here, apparently. The soft attack on these is already up to almost 900, so 871 with another 20% on top of that. And I guess if I go ahead and get the ranger thing on them too, which I haven't done, that put us right up to 902. I still don't have rangers, but that's because I am waiting for the little doctrine thing that I've yet to do right here. It's going to give us a extra 20%, which will be nice. Yeah, there's 902 soft attack. That's pretty much like an SPG division, and it also still carries like a whole bunch of armor. I have noticed the divisions the AI makes, they can do a lot more piercing nowadays, so it's not amazing. 81 armor, I'll be real, especially in 1948, but it's still better than nothing. Oh yeah, I also finally have supersonic jets, so we actually have a plane that is both good and we can use that isn't something that you put in 10 stacks. It does mean I could also technically go ahead and make CAS now as well, but I really don't think we need it in the slightest with these units. So just finish my special project for the modern carriers. We could probably replace those ice carriers, but yeah, I still don't have any planes for them. Yeah, I thought the supersonic small frame might actually come with a carrier version as well. It doesn't, so yeah, can't do anything with carriers. It is pretty cool though with the modern carrier. They do have their own little unique model, and look at that. That is beautiful. Carrier generic too though, that's not as beautiful. I think use best match is probably what we'd do here. The rats have landed in Moscow, but I don't think this is somewhere we really want to be. So I think we only just got rid of the nuclear fallout in all these state. No, it's still around. And there we go. Don't really care about any land, obviously. I guess we'll take what we can though. There you go. Everything done and dusted. We have beat the game with special projects only. Technically though, I guess we did break the rules of the Marines, but they were necessary, and we were just speeding the game up because the AI takes its damn time. Gotta say, there is a lot of good new technology in the game. It's kind of funny how a lot of the best ones are both at the beginning and then at the end of the game. Yeah, like those submarine techs are so easy to get, and they just absolutely cripple. They are way faster than getting sub 4s with the snorkel level 2s now. Just anechoic tiles and cruisers. They're fine on their own, but you can also get the fleet submarines, which are even better. And then on top of the MIOs and stuff, they're insane. Nukes as well, they're kind of slap dab in the middle, and then a lot of the good plane stuff like the motherships and the intercontinental ballistic missiles, the intercontinental large bombers as well. There's so much good stuff. It's just annoying that a lot of the really late game stuff you just can't even get until surprisingly late game. Yeah, like I never got to get nuclear submarines, so I couldn't launch my nukes from submarines, sadly. But that, you know, that's not too bad. But we also have both the nuclear missile submarine, which we need to even launch those nukes as well, and then the nuclear torpedo, and it takes so damn long to get them. But I assume the modern day mods and all that stuff, they're gonna have the majority of fun with that stuff, and it's not like you need nuclear submarines anyway when your intercontinental ballistic missiles can pretty much reach the entire world. And if they can't, the intercontinental bombers can definitely do it for you. But the submarines are fun to play around with, obviously. And if you want to go ahead, you can still use the normal ballistic missiles on them if that is what you'd like to do. But I really want to try out those nuclear submarines at some point. I'm sure there's probably a better way to go around getting them, but because of all the prerequisite techs you need for them, it's just so hard to get them. I'm only like over halfway through now, and I still need to do another tech after this. But hey, that was the challenge. It's completed. If you like this and you want to see more of the DLC, make sure you hit the like, subscribe down below, and please, 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 please do hit the sub button if you enjoyed it, because we will hit 1 million subscribers on this channel within the next 10 years, unless you want to speed it up by hitting it. But yeah, go ahead, get the DLC. It's really good. And hello, Uzbekistan. I see you're happy to see me.